Hey, what's up, guys? Sandro Santalski. I'm giving you my UFC 304 Edwards vs. Muhammad 2 predictions. This event goes down in about 4 weeks. Going down from Manchester, England. Pay-per-view. Prelims begin at 6. So it'll be early in the morning when these guys fight in the main and co-main event. So let's get into it, guys. Pretty good card here. Christian Leroy Duncan against Gregory Rodriguez. Wow, if this is the fight kicking off the entire card, man, this is a banger. I'm gonna side with Christian Leroy Duncan here, man. He looked really impressive in his last outing against Claudio Ribeiro. Absolutely destroyed him, was faster than him. I mean, he was landing good takedowns, everything, man. Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop, man, you can't put anything past this guy. This guy, great jiu-jitsu skills, but he will bang with the best of them, man. Knocked out Brad Tavares, beat Dennis Tylulan. But I'm going to side with Christian Leroy Duncan here to pick up the win in his home country. Bukauskas against Marcin Prachnio. I'm going to side with Bukauskas here, man. Again, happy to see this guy made it back to the UFC on a one-fight losing streak. Lost to Vitor Petrino. No shame in that. We know how good Petrino is. Nice wins over Zach Pauga, Tyson Pedro, Chuck Campbell before that. So I'm going to side with the Lithuanian-born fighter here in Mokaev Bukauskas. Sam Patterson against Kiefer Crosby. We haven't seen Crosby since he lost to Giuseppe. So that was a while ago. That was almost a year ago. And Sam Patterson, he moved up to welterweight, and he picked up a win already. Picked up a submission win over Johan Lanes. And I'm going to side with him here again. I'm going to side with Sam Patterson here to get a submission win. But I am interested to see how this fight plays out. Mick Parkin against Lucas Brzezinski. I'm going to side with Parkin here, man. Again, I wasn't too impressed with his outing against Usman. I mean, Usman could have won that fight. I think Usman had the more volume in that fight, but I'm going to side with him here against Brzezinski. But again, this won't entirely shock me if Brzezinski pulls it off. I mean, Brzezinski's coming off an upset win over Walter Walker, so he's hanging tough in there. But I'm going to side with Parkin. Elliott against Preston Parsons. Preston Parsons is on a one-fight winning streak. Beat Matthew Semelsberger, which is a good win. I mean, Matthew Semelsberger's kind of petered out in his UFC run, but Elliott, he's coming off a win. 6-fight winning streak. He picked up a win over Val Woodburn in his last outing. Val Woodburn, he was game, though. So credit to Val Woodburn for that, for putting up some effort. But I'm going to side with Elliott here. Kyle Loughran against Ramon Tavares. Ramon Tavares, 2-fight winning streak, coming off a win over Sayir Sadi. I think he missed weight for that. Also missed weight a couple fights back prior to that too against the same opponent. And he's going up against the Irish dude, Kyle Loughran, who was 1-1 in the UFC. Picked up a win over Angel Pacheco in his last fight. Lost to Taylor Lapalus before that. It's a tough fight. I'm going to side with the Irish guy here, Loughran, to pick up the win. Molly McCann against Bruno Brazil. I'm just not really sold on Meatball Molly, man. Maybe this is the proper weight class for her. I don't know. I'm going to side with Bruno Brazil to just keep it on the feet and pick up the win here. Shauna Bonin against Ravina Oliveira. I'm going to side with Oliveira here, man. I mean, she did fight at bantamweight her last fight, but Bonin's only 5-1. Oliveira's 7-2. I'm going to side with Oliveira here to pick up the win. Nathaniel Wood against Daniel Pineda. I'm going to side with Nathaniel Wood here to pick up the win. Bobby Green against Paddy Pimblett. Interesting fight, guys. Let's look at the current odds for this. We are seeing Bobby Green -175, Pimblett +150. It'll be interesting, man. I don't know if Pimblett's slick enough to pick up the win over Green. I'm going to side with Bobby Green to pick up the win over Pimblett. I mean, everybody wants to end Pimblett's hype. And, Bobby Green is still serviceable enough to do that. I don't think Pimblett has the power to kind of hurt Bobby Green. like Jalen Turner did. I'm going to side with Bobby Green here to pick up the win. Mokaev against Cape. I think Mokaev's going to pull this off, man. I think his slick grappling ability. He's fighting in his hometown of London. I don't really think he's scared of Cape, man. And I'm going to side with Mokaev to pick up a hairy win here. Arnold Allen against Giga Chikadze. I'm just not really sold on Giga, man. I mean, we've seen Kelvin Kattar expose him, and we've seen Kattar come up short in all his fights kind of since then. Arnold Allen, this guy's a beast, man. This guy could be fighting for the 145-pound belt. You know, he's had a couple hiccups, man, to Max and Movsar. No shame in that, man. I mean, he did put up some valiant effort against Movsar. And I think he's going to get by Giga here. Just a more well-rounded guy. Tom Aspinall against Curtis Blaydes. You know, I kind of wonder, man. You know, we really haven't seen Aspinall in deep waters. We have seen Blaydes in deep waters. I like how Blaydes in that came out swinging in that first fight 2 years ago against Aspinall. And I'm going to side with Blaydes here, man. You know, if this guy can weather round one, you know, not get knocked out by Aspinall or taken down and submitted, I like Blaydes here, man. And we're getting a lot of value with this guy. I'm going to take the value with Blaydes, man. Plus 215. Give me Blaydes all day. Edwards against Bilal. We could see Leon Edwards become a very dominant welterweight champ. But Bilal, he's definitely earned his title shot. I'm glad he's getting it. And I'm going to side with him here as a plus 165 dog. But, again, Leon Edwards is no slouch, man. You know, but I'm going to side with Bilal Muhammad here as the underdog, so we're getting that value. So, again, guys, my picks: Muhammad, Blaydes, Allen, Mokaev, Green, Wood, Oliveira, Brazil, Loughran, Elliott, Parkin, Patterson, Bukauskas, and Duncan.